together. Now we one time. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And Beasley with it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. To throw again on second down. Flacco. He finds Corey Davis. 7 yards there and a first down.
Corey Davis. A gain of 7. First down, Jets.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Hall again on second down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense for the Vikings, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week. You talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
It's taken to the 26. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second and 9, Cousins pushes him over. Just a gain of a couple there. Third and 7 now.
A gain of 2. Brings up third and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here's Berrios. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Flacco looks to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Hall. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Flacco. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Boy, that was certainly well run defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled for just a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To pass, Flacco. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Flacco steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see. Not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And here comes Berrios. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. Flacco and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Flacco. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Throwing is Cousins. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but it would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ball again on 2nd down. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Cousins now. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one into the hands of Thielen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time
touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 6 yards away. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in field goal range. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, 2 yards.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. 20. He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins. And quickly finding Reagor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Berrios now from his end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now Hall to start the drive.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Flacco. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On 1st down, Flacco. It's caught by Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Passing play, Flacco. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Flacco from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin there to make the grab. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Jets 14. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Nwonger now from his end zone.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. He's got room past the 30, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Cook again.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Uncorks one for Davis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to have a short field here as they take over right at the 50. And I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Cousins. Incomplete, right side to Cook.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 30 on second down, Cousins. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins gives way to Cook. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 17-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 17, Flacco. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Flacco. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Flacco. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Flacco. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go, 4th down, 4th quarter, Flacco. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Once more, it's Flacco. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To pass, Flacco. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
72 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now on 2nd and 13, Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now Flacco. That's going to be caught by Carter. He's got a Jets touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Jets 21.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Nwangwu now from his end zone.
Nwangwu on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 good enough for the first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flacco. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Lewis Cine, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. 144 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They run it again with Cook. Well, This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, turn the pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose.